Okay, since not many people are watching me now, I feel that I should stop being so anal about super fantastic lighting and a proper intro, so as opposed to having you wait another 7 months for another somewhat good video, I feel that I should just upload one now. So let's get into the video! I said no intros! Hey guys, this is Bieber7 here, coming at to you with a bit of a change of pace. See, I was planning on re-reviewing the Chibi bot that I reviewed about a year ago, but instead of re-reviewing something else, I figured I'd give you guys a bit of a breath of fresh air, just to liven things up before I get back into my one last re-review. So, here we have HERP-DERPENSTIEN. Yeah, that's the word for it, HERP-DERPENSTIEN. Now, before we get into this, just a quick backstory on Mr. Herp. He's going to be my only Hero Factory review. Here's your main backstory. Now, I intended him to be an Iron Man of sorts, although he's in the Hero Factory universe, so he's not really a man in a suit. He is the man and the suit. But he's more Iron Man in that he has different suits, or attachments in this case. Now, how will they attach? Well, if I just bring them a bit closer and realize that the lighting is terrible, so instead I zoom in and tilt the camera up. Beautiful. Now, most of these attachments are attached by my patented backpack design. Now, first, pop his head off, take his armor off, and I might as well take his arms off, just so I can show you how it all works. Now, the backpack design is intended so that one of these H pieces here can plug in to the back and not come off even if I use all the force I have in my body. Focusing back on Mr. Herp here, I would first like to point out that I have taken his lower right arm off for reasons we will get to in the future. And I think that I should review the Tony Stark portion of Mr. Herp here first. Now, when we look at him from the ground up, we will notice a couple things. One, he has jet boots. Still not convinced that it's based off of Iron Man? I feel sorry for you. Now, he has relatively simple, basic design. Looking on the back here, he's just got some standard Hero Factory 2.0 limb pieces with the one hole for the upper limb and just the standard for the lower leg. Simple armor pieces here with the 5 white for his upper thighs, there's one thigh, and I think that's a 4 on there for the lower leg, I don't know, I'm not Lego Jang, people. Focusing up here, I'm going to point out that I'm using the thinner variation of the Hero Factory 2.0 body. I also use, just to cover up the empty space on the back, the Bionicle Stars Takanuva armor piece. There's only one of these, so I figured I should use it for something that I would only need one of them for. Aren't I smart? Yes, I am. You don't need to encourage that. I also have the light green Glatorian head with the Metis helmet, because I love that helmet so much, even though Metis is a jerk. And that pretty much wraps up the basic aesthetics. He's got relatively good posability. You can make him give you a falcon punch, or if he has to scratch his arse. Legs will go, I don't know, almost 135 there. Not quite. Foot will go any which way you want it to, and you can even give him the ATST chicken leg walk there. Now we get on to my favorite part, if I can just stand him back up and rearrange the camera once again. We get on to the suits, or attachments, really. First, I'd like to give him his suit that's been based off the Hulkbuster, which is easily my laziest suit. It involves this for the backpack, which was originally his normal backpack, although it kind of looks like it could be used to power something sort of small. So now it's his Hulkbuster one. Then we take his, what was originally a cast arm, because I didn't have 2 regular, or not regular, Hero Factory hands with the 4 fingers and the thumb as opposed to 3 with the Glatorian. Now we're almost done, we just need to give him some beefed up armor. These are quite literally what was his name? The poison guy with the goo from the Breakout line. I forgot his name, I was remembering it all day, but now I can't remember it. But yeah, that's what these are. Just his shoulder armor, and you pop it on to either side of Herp. And there you go. Hulkbuster form. Now, these, because I have an imagination, are powered, of course, by his little backpack I gave him. What they do is they act sort of like vibranium in that they will take kinetic energy and transfer it into there, which is now his punchy glove with a skull on it, because all punchy gloves need skulls. It's just the way it works, people. But yeah, that's his Hulkbuster. Now I'm going to get into what was originally his main look. Just take everything back off here. And I'm only going to add one thing for this next bit. A jetpack. As simple as that. And put it there. And the jetpack actually has some posability. You can position them back like this so he can just kind of scoot along on the floor. And by the way, more imagination time, these are pretty much roller skates. That's about how powerful they are. If he's got nothing else on, other than, of course, another arm, like his cast arm, then he can get some significant hover, but that's all he's really going to get. With this new jetpack, he can now fly through the air like Superman. Or Iron Man. Might as well keep up the relation there. Now, he does have, I did make for him, it took about 3 seconds of my time, well technically 2 minutes because I couldn't find the pieces, a regular arm. Of course though, like I said, this one only has 3 fingers, and it doesn't have any armor on it. Now, I'm sensing a bit of a problem here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a hose, and we're going to plug it in to the back of the jetpack like that. You know, there's still something missing. Now he's just got like a hose sticking out of his back. I'm not liking this. Maybe we should give him a thumbs up. What do you think? Thumbs up? Anyone? Anyone? No? Still not impressing you? Okay. Well then, I think I'll just have to take this here, kinda give it a clip onto his arm and right like that. Maybe I could plug that into the top there. Plug the hose in. There. Now what are you thinking? What are you thinking? I think that is a proper way to hide his Glatorian hand. What do you think? I think so too. It's awesome. And it is easily my favorite part of what I've done with this figure. What I've done. Wily? No. Before I continue on that, I would like to point out one little thing. That's the Mark II, or the version 2. I've been playing a lot of Ratchet & Clank. This was the version 1, and it was based entirely, well not entirely, mostly, off of Lego Jang's back before Breakout came out. It doesn't sound right. Just gonna move some of these pieces off the stand really quick. Preparation. It was based completely off of Lego Jang's before Breakout 4.0 wave was out. He made a Stringer MOC, and it was pretty good, and he gave him an arm cannon using Onua's shield from Mystica as the base. And as you can see, what I've built looks almost nothing like it, and if I can just get a zoom in on here, like I should have done, I don't like this at all. In fact, you might even say that I hate it. It is very bulky, and if you look at it in terms with Herp, that's huge. And I actually kind of came up with the backstory for this one a little bit, as why they had to make a second version. And the reason for that is, it had to be powered by an entirely separate hero core. And even then, it's like a Hummer. It takes all that energy and it just kind of like, it gives you like a bruise. That's about as good as it gets. Also, to put it on, you had to take it apart into 3 different pieces, and that's where the hand is. It's a black hand, so it's kind of difficult to see, but it's there, trust me. And I absolutely hated that, so that I made a Mark II. And everything in that Mark II was squished together, and I didn't like that at all. So I took it apart without filming it, and I built this, which looks like Halo and Samus Aran's arm cannon came together and made the Gemini blaster. Why Gemini? Because that's a really cool word, and it's got 2 different attachments. Well, not attachments, blasters, really. What do they do? That's an excellent question. You should ask whoever's in charge. Oh wait, that's me. That one freezes things, that one sets them on fire. There. And they can kind of combine to a beam of plasma. Don't ask me how that works, I just made it up. But yeah, it is a... I just want you to look at this for a second. Look at this arm cannon. Look at it. It is beautiful. Look at how glorious it is. It's glorious. Bask in it. Okay, stop asking, you're embarrassing it now. So, a quick mini review on the arm cannon here. It has 3 different segments, or actually 4. Sort of 3, because 2 are pretty much the same. It has the top, which I'm trying to take off here. Which is the upper cannon, which shoots... I don't know, did I say that one shot fire? Looks like that would shoot fire. Kind of has a flamethrower thingy going on. So it has one of these. Of course it has one of these, I'm showing you this. And the top. That's the top. Which actually, this gave me the most trouble, because I didn't really know where I was going with this whole arm cannon. It has the thumbs up, and has that. This entire thing is just one big piece to cover up the hand, which, I'm not kidding when I say this. The main purpose of the arm cannon was to hide the hand. If that hand wasn't there, this whole arm cannon would never have been there. And there's the other side. And then there's the bottom, which could easily function on its own. It looks like an underslung cannon. And even like that, it just looks awesome, except now he's got a tube sticking out the back here. Oh, it looks like the camera's moving, but it's not. Or is it? Is the camera moving? That'd be weird. I'm gonna stop that now. Oh my god, he fell. So after you've had your shadow gear moment there, let's go into a bit of articulation with the arm cannon. I keep calling it arm cannon, I wanted to call it Gemini blaster. I'm getting confused with my own names. You still got a relatively good range of motion on here. You can point it down on the ground, you can give him a straight shot. You can also give him like that, like he's recoiling from the blast. But you can't quite make him point it up, otherwise the tubes will start to bend here on the back, and I don't want that to happen. So usually I just have him hang it there by his side like a gunslinger, ready to shoot someone. Well, that about wraps up the review. I am Vibrosite70. You guys have a great night, and I will see you at another date. Oh, quickly, before I forget, Shadow Gear's back! I can't believe he's back. Okay, that was my fan, guys. I am Vibrosite70. Have a good night, and goodbye.